how are people raised versus how do you think like other ethnicities? Is there any difference, or all Asian demographics are all raised the same?
Shit, I got my ass beat all the fucking time, bro. Like straight up, fucking. My best friend was sandals, wooden spoon, chopsticks, whatever she can grab, bro. I was getting my ass beat.
Well, was your mom beat you or your dad beat you?
Both, man. Shit.
Wait, who beat you more?
Definitely my dad. Dad whooped my ass.
Damn.
Like that's why I'm so well behaved in public.
Cap.
What was the weapon of choice? The one that you got hit with most?
Fucking open fist, open palm, bro. Give me with
What do you think is the dumbest thing you ever got hit for or spanked for?
Shit.
And then what was the most deserving thing you got spanked for?
All right. The least deserving was, so my sister is a hairstylist, so she like dyed my hair back in the day or whatever. And I don't know why he was pissed at me for it, yo. Like, fuck, man. I was just reading the test on me and shit. Got beat for that. The most deserving is, I think I was playing with the kids in the neighborhood, and like we threw something and it hit my dad, like the window, like in the front of the house. Oh, I got my ass beat for that shit, dog. I got beat because like I broke it, and then I didn't say nothing for like a couple months, and then he found out. He's like, "Yo, what is this?" I'm like, "I don't know."
Found out.
Bop. Got hit.
He's like, I know what this is.
Yo, because the shit was like, I didn't even try to clean it up, bro. I just like ran upstairs and just fucking closed my eyes, bro. Praying, bro.
Wait. How you gonna say that? You think it was broken for a couple months? You told me it was broken and like the wind just blowing, the heat.
No, it was like so yeah, like the house, it's like a rectangular shape. It was like all in the like far right corner. So like it could be hidden for like a while. Then he was like cutting grass or some shit like that, and then that shit stopped, and he came in the house. I knew it was my time, bro. I was done, bro. I was like, all right, I'm ready.
What about you, Nicole? From a woman's perspective, did you get your ass beat
Did you
too?
get spanked too?
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. Definitely more by my dad than my mom. And like it's like he would line up all of us in a row and just like spank us with like a hanger, wooden spoon, literally anything he could find.
Nope.
So just yeah, for sure. Mom, not as much. I feel like she was kind of like whatever. I don't know what's going on with them. So
What do you think? Like him, what do you think is the dumbest thing you got beat for? And then the thing you're like, all right, I deserve that.
gosh, that's like I have to think about it. It's obviously it was happened when we were so much younger, so I kind of forgot. But I feel like dumbest thing maybe, well, yeah, dumbest thing maybe is like if my parents didn't like a neighborhood kid and that they saw me like hanging out with like a certain girl in the neighborhood, they're like, oh, we don't want you to do that, whatever. But don't listen to them. Most deserving, definitely. Gosh, I don't know. It's tough.
Sneaking out.
I was about to say, it was probably sneaking out.
Sneaking out, but we were too old for them to hit us at that point. So that would have been bad. But maybe I would say playing in my parents' room, like with some of their stuff. If like they weren't home, just messing with their things, which I mean, it's kind of rude. So I guess, but also kind of dumb to hit a kid for that too.
I got a question. How were your parents with you? Wait, how many siblings do you have?
4.
Wait, what?
There's 5 of us.
Oh, that's what you meant when you said line
They
them
were
up.
lining up.
This man had 2. Boom, 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 boom.
Wait, who got beat the most out of your siblings?
Oh, honestly, I think me. I think
Oh, you
about
the
it.
rebel.
Either me or my younger sister, because they would definitely call my youngest sister troublemaker. So it was between the 2 of us for sure.
What about you? You got like how many sisters?
I got 5 older sisters.
All right, so out of 6 y'all,
Dog,
got
everybody caught hands, bro. Everybody caught hands. Dog, everybody caught hands. My sisters are like sneaking out and like going to party when they're in like high school and shit. They were bad too.
what about you, Christian?
yeah.
You got like how many sisters?
4. I have 4 older
Dang.
sisters. 4 older sisters.
So yeah, I know that you and he are similar with like all sisters.
Yeah, so like him, like I feel like everyone caught hands.
Yeah.
Half of my sisters, like the 2 older ones, were like a lot older than me, so I didn't really grow up with them, but I did see them catch some hands every now and then.
What about you? You catch the hands?
I did, but I feel like I deserved it every time. I'm not gonna lie. It was pretty rare, but every time I got it.
What was
it
the question you
fulfilling.
said about the worst one? And
I said, yeah, what do you think is the most deserving time you got? I mean, you said you deserved it every time, but there's got to be one time that you were like, all right, this is kinda. I don't think so.
Yeah, I forged my mom's signature on a failing test.
Okay, you
So-
deserve that, man.
And this was like first grade. And,
Damn.
and she found out because I was actually so dumb because I wrote her name in cursive, like full. I was like Judy, and then my last name, like in full cursive.
How you feel? First grade test, bro.
Yeah, that's
I don't
what I
know.
want to know.
Damn.
Pretty dumb kid, man. Not gonna lie, I was really bad in school.
Hey, look at you now, though.
Just stay in school though.
I feel you on that. Nicole, did your parents let you date like before college?
Oh my God, no.
Did you?
I did, yeah. But no, absolutely not. I mean, they always set the expectation that we couldn't. I think my oldest sister was the example because she's 10 years older than me. So she wasn't allowed to date until after she graduated high school. So they became a little more lenient as time went on. And so I think my first boyfriend I dated in high school, I hid from my parents. And then they eventually found out, I think, because my sisters or someone told them. And mad about it, but then like let me do it because they were just getting a little more lenient. But yeah, with every single kid, they got less and less strict about that.
I have a question.
That's about right.
I feel like that is a universal truth amongst not all, but a majority of Asian Americans growing up.
Yes.
So, why do you think Asian parents are so strict on like adolescent dating, like in high school or whatnot before college? Why do you think it's so frowned upon?
I got an opinion on that. Or like, why is it frowned upon, or why does it get better?
Women
We
first.
can go round robin on this.
I think
You
they
can go
want
first,
us
you go
to focus on school. And they also, honestly, my parents still to this day, they want to set us up. So they have someone in mind that they want to me to date or marry. And so they don't want me to go out into the schools with a bunch of white kids and marry one of them. So I think that's just my personal opinion. Because I think growing up, have always just focused on more what I'm going to be when I grow up versus who I'm going to end up with.
Damn, that's deep.
Dang.
That's real deep.
Go ahead.
You said why? The question is
You see
why?
an opinion on it.
No, I was like, I misheard the question. You basically said, why are they so strict on dating?
Why are they so strict on, especially females in adolescent dating, like in high school, middle school, you know?
Because they know that women aren't. They know dating is like a distraction. They want their little girl to focus on school, not focus on boys, and then also feel like a woman's chastity. God, so how chastity. Chastity belt. Chastity. A woman's chastity is more important to very traditional Asian parents. So they want to preserve that as long as possible. So
I agree. I think it has to do with distraction and the fact that I think in like our parents' culture, it's like you want to be as pure as possible for your mans. And so they're like, oh, if somebody's touching you, nah, we can't have that. We can't have that. And because I think that like most Asian parents, they're all about image. They're all about image. So they don't want their themselves to be known as having that daughter who's dating somebody in high school, you know? So
yeah.
Facts.
Yeah, focusing on school is one aspect, but I feel like also at least my parents are very like conservative, so it's kind of what you're talking about. It's funny because when other Filipino families would like let their kids date, my parents would be like, "Oh, look at that Americanized family." They'd be like, "Look at them, they're letting their kids date." So like it was just instilled in me that like I was like, "All right, it's not like I could get girls. I'm not gonna lie, I couldn't, but." Like it was just like focus on school, and I wasn't even allowed to go out, so it wasn't even an opportunity for me to like meet girls outside of school.
Wait, your parents didn't want you to date in high school either? It wasn't just exclusive to sisters?
No, me too.
Wow.
what you?
Oh, my parents don't really care. The main thing was just get good grades. Anything else is just secondary. They didn't give a fuck about it.
That's facts.
Nicole, when your parents found out that you was dating somebody in high school, what did they do? Did they lash out? Did they chase that MF out the house?
No, but they were definitely pissed because I would go take my boyfriend's bus home after school. And my mom would pick me up and I would tell her it was just a friend's house. When she finally found out that was my boyfriend, she was like, "Are you kidding me? This entire time you've been going to his house?" And I was like, "Well, yeah, unfortunately. But that was one thing she was mad about. I think what helped cushion the blow was, surprisingly, my younger sister was dating earlier, and my mom found out about that first. But she could really do no wrong. So once they found out she had a boyfriend, I was like, okay, I have one too. So it was easier to talk to him about it. And then also, with my brother, they did not care if he dated. They wanted him to date. So once everyone else started doing it, I was like, okay, maybe it's time for me to come clean and say something. I can't keep lying forever.
Wait, you said your younger sister, she could do no wrong. They did not care what she did.
No.
I think that like, wait, what's the age difference?
Only a year, but she's the youngest. She's the baby of the family.
I feel like for a lot of parents, this is from my perspective, that by the time it gets to the youngest, they just don't care anymore. They're like, I don't got the energy for this.
Let me just clarify though. It was mostly my mom and my dad didn't care. Like,
Okay.
He was like, give me a fist bump. When, like, once he saw me like dating a girl,
Okay.
he was for it.
I got a question. Christian, you were about to be a father,
Yeah.
right? So when it's time for your kid to start like dating, or like if he like acts up, how are you gonna discipline him? Is he gonna catch the hands?
This is funny because like while you guys were talking, I was like had like a fast forward like memory or like a fast forward, and I was like, 20 years from now, my kid's gonna be on a podcast talking about how my dad beat him, how my dad beat me.
So you're gonna beat your kid.
It's a little bit. You have to be a little more careful nowadays, but I feel like I will try to avoid being physical, but if I have to, I will.
What's your weapon of choice? Oh man,
That's right.
I'm not gonna lie. I think for me and Jay, it was always it was actually
Your dad had big hands too.
My
Right?
dad has big hands.
Yo,
My dad has huge hands.
yo, my mom never ever hit us. She was always the one stopping the punishment because my dad, whoo, all right, he got the hands, the back hands, and then
The fly swatter, the metal fly swatter.
So like 20 years ago, fly swatters weren't all plastic. They had like the metal handle. So you know what I'm talking, right?
Yep.
So my parents had a couple of them. Grabbed that joint. And then we went to Maymont Park. It's a park in Richmond. And my dad intentionally found the bamboo stick just to bring home to beat us with.
Yep.
Yeah.
Jesse
Like,
definitely
this is a good one.
Jesse definitely caught it worse than I
He
did.
actually said that when he grabbed it, when he says, "Oh, this was a good one. I'm gonna take this home to beat you."
Y'all have to like kneel in front of a wall for like punishment and shit too.
Yes.
I'll be doing that for like fucking 30 minutes, and then every 10 minutes they come in and check on, make sure I'm not like leaning over, and then they like fucking make sure I'm like all straight up and shit.
You know those mung beans? Those I had to kneel on those.
Oh,
Yeah, I had to kneel on those.
Let me-
I remember now.
Let me ask you something. Would you rather
flashback.
have that type of punishment where it's like long-term discipline where you actually have to do something, you just have to deal with some random BS for a long time, or just that instant, I'm going to hit you really hard with something? Which one would y'all rather have?
The instant.
The instant
over
one?
faster.
Even if it's like a metal hanger?
Just get done.
All right, that's a hard one. I think I would rather kneel because there was this one time where when you're a kid, your teeth are like coming out and stuff like that. I was scared of pain. I don't want to pull my teeth out. And my dad would be like, "Get your ass over here. Let me pull your teeth out." But then one time I kept running from because I did not want to get it pulled out. So he chased me down and he grabbed the fly swatter and started whooping me until he got a handle of me and he pulled my joint out. But when he whooped me, it was like on my butt and I couldn't like poop for like a week because it was like bruised.
hit that shit back up in there or something. God damn.
Yeah, like my butt was like legit like bruised up, and every time I like would take a poop, I was like,
Rearrange your organs.
oh my god,
Damn.
and it would have itched for like a month when it was healing. So I was like, that was probably the worst beating I ever got in my life.
Jesus.
Jesse definitely got it worse. He got a lot worse than I did.
I got beat for everything.
Yeah.
I caught the hands, the bamboo stick, the fly swatter, all that joint. I was a bad kid.
Wait, how late in life did you guys get beat till?
So my parents separated when I was like middle school. So like up till middle school, everything's fair game, bro. This shit fair game, dog.
What about you, Nicole? You said
Yeah. I would say probably like the 6th grade, like last year of elementary school.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think mine was triggered by when my dad, the last time I got beat, it was like the dumbest time I ever got beat. And that was the last time I ever got beat. All right. I had a school project and I didn't throw it away. Someone else threw it away. But my dad was like, why'd you let your school project get thrown away, like in the house? And so he backhanded me in the face. It was the dumbest thing I ever got backhanded for. My mom was like, you can't fuck with that face, okay? Come on now. And he was like, all right. And then after that, he's like, not the face. I was like, okay. Then after that, I never got hit again.
What does Geraldine think? Does Geraldine agree with you? Is she going to...
We haven't actually talked about it yet. That's actually a good conversation to have. Well, I feel like we both, though, got whooped. So,
So...
I will say that her parents were a lot more lenient than mine.
It's because she's a girl.
She's a girl, though.
No, I'm kidding.
You're not going to spank her. I'm not
No, look at Nicole's face. She's
I don't know
like...
that.
I'm not going to lie.
I'm definitely going to be the more strict parent.
Okay.
Nicole, what about you? You gonna dish shit out?
I don't know. It's like I am kind of grateful that I was spanked as a kid because I feel like it builds character and it really teaches us to respect our parents. But I feel like I'll let my husband do that. I don't know. I don't want to do it. I feel bad too.
What you?
So I'm not gonna lash out at my kid, right? You have to have like some sort of restraint and like actually like guide them and teach them and shit, and like teach them like, okay, this is wrong, right? You can't do this and that and all that stuff. But like if they like fuck up like one time, you gotta show them who's boss, right? You gotta like put the fear of God in them, or so they won't like fucking do that shit again. But you gotta do it like less frequent, right? Because if you do it like every day, every time, they're gonna get used to it and accustomed to it. So you gotta do it like one scenario where it's just bad, right? And you just give them a beating, and they'll never do that shit again. So like,
Right.
You've thought this through.
oh, fucking, yeah.
let me ask you something. It's basically, you would spank them for stuff that's you deem is necessary. Like if they get like a B- or a C, I'm not gonna I'm not gonna spank them.
No.
But like if they steal something from the store,
Yeah, there's like teachable moments, and there's moments where you just gotta like, all right, fucking put the hands on them, bro. Like you can't let that shit slide.
exactly. I feel you
like-
100%.
I agree with that.
Like anything like just being like disrespectful and shit. Like you gotta like, I guess like put like punishment on them for like that. But like small stuff like he broke something or dropped something or forgot something like that. Little shit like that's like teachable moments. You can like tell them like not to do that stuff.
Yeah.
What about bad grades?
It's a teachable moment. I mean, I feel like you should be interactive with your kid's life where you know how they're doing and like if they're struggling or not. You should be able to guide them to do better and shit. So I mean, I feel like if it's that scenario, you're kind of failing as an adult and a parent.
Damn, that's really responsible of you. But what if they get like Fs? They got like straight Fs. Teachable moments.
He's dumb. He's fucking dumb. Yeah, I hope they good looking, bro. He's going nowhere, bro.
It's like, did I drop you when you was a baby? What the heck is going on?
I don't think, Jay, because if you think about it, I got beat the most because I had bad grades. And then there's this one time, so like we actually went to private school growing up, and we would get like these progress reports where we staple up all our tests and everything. So I would run home, go to my room, take it apart, take the bad grades out, throw it under my bed, and then put it back
Restaple
together. Huh?
And then restaple it.
And then restaple it and give it to my parents. And
Line
then
up the holes perfectly.
yeah.
And this was weekly, man. We would get these progress reports weekly. And if we got anything under a B, I think even a B- for a period of time, anything under a B, our ass was getting beat. And let me say something. These progress reports were rough because at this private school, an A stopped at a 94. A B stopped at an 85.
Shit.
So 84,
Damn.
beat. I'm like, what
You got some
the?
big hands too.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Yeah.
And so I remember my dad, one time when I ran up to my room, he waited outside my room till I was done. He knew what I was doing. And the moment I opened the door, he looked at me and I was like, oh shit. He proceeded to walk into the room, lift my bed up, and saw all the like bad grades. And he just looked at me and I just knew I wasn't shitting for another week.
God damn.
I think it was like a spanking for each bad grade. Like if you had one bad grade, it was like one spank.
I don't remember.
I don't remember. It
I
was
got-
so long ago.
I got spanked weekly. Let's be
Yeah,
honest.
you did.
But it worked though. You guys went to JMU. You guys got good grades. You went to a good school.
Yeah.
Good grades.
Good grades.
Good grades.
Nicole said this. I actually agree with you. I'm actually glad I got spanked
Agreed.
because I think that when you get spanked, it teaches you there are repercussions for your actions, and you should be held accountable for them.
Bro, kids these days are like fucking disrespectful as shit. And I know like they ain't getting ass beat enough because that shit did not slide back in the day, bro. Like, I don't know. Kids these days be just saying fucking outlandish shit.
It's terrifying because like they have so much more access.
yeah,
to
yeah,
stuff.
exactly.
Like what do we have access to?
You know what's
Like
crazy?
TV.
You know what's crazy? Back in the day, when my parents would beat us or something like that, we would say stuff like, "Oh my God, we're gonna call the cops on you" and stuff like that. But like looking back, I'm like, we're so dumb. And now I think about it, I'm like, kids can probably even say that nowadays to their parents. And kids have cell phones, they have social media and stuff, and there's all these hotlines and stuff. They could easily do that to their parents. Be like, "Oh, he spanked me too many times," even though it might be like, "Oh, well, this kid stole something from the store or stole something from so-and-so's house or was talking back way too much." And then they can just call somebody. So you're right. They have more power now, which is not the best thing.
Maybe don't give your kid a cell phone too early.
Yeah. How old do you guys think you would give your
That's a really good question.
your kid a cell phone?
I don't even know what they'll have in the future.
Hey, I
They're
will
gonna
like-
have those virtual reality things.
I will say they do have those. Someone made a cell phone that's just made for calling and texting. That's it.
Really?
So like a Nokia.
That's
phone.
it's literally a flip
Razor.
phone.
Yeah, just,
That's like
just
this
give him a,
big.
just give him a break.
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't get a cell phone until I was like the 11th grade in high school.
I didn't
Yeah.
invent cell
That's
phones
kinda
until I was in college. So.
Well, when did you guys get cell phones?
Probably like middle school, like 7th, 8th grade, which is probably when I would want to give my kid, like whenever I feel like I can trust them to go out in the world on their own, like to the movies or whatever alone, I'd probably want them to have a cell phone so I can
Yeah.
call them.
Yeah. What you saying?
Probably around 8th grade when they have like responsibilities and stuff like that. And also like I don't want them to get like too behind on the technology curve because like I mean you use cell phones for like everything, right? So like there's a necessity for it, and like you know what if they get lost or something, right? They have like I find my iPhone and all that stuff, and I kind of like can track like their whereabouts and stuff like that. So it's kind of like a use it as like a utility tool. So
Just air tag them.
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly. Put an air
that's
tag on
true.
their
That's
clothes.
true.
You're
That's
gonna
true.
implant that in them? You're gonna implant that on? Hey, but then they might have shots where you can
fucking
just
forehead.
shot somebody and they're like, "Yep, he's a tracker in his body now forever."
You're right. You're right.
Stick an air tag on them.
Oh my God, I wouldn't. Damn, we all got our cell phones at the same exact time. I was in 8th grade as well.